What's going on, guys? Oh my, Godzilla back here with a very exciting Godzilla figure review, guys. Today we have our hands on the Godzilla vs. Kong Hollow Earth figures and diorama set. This one kind of snuck up on us out of nowhere. Didn't really know it existed until I started seeing pictures of it, and then by the time I checked my Target store, there it was. So guys, a couple things first. Take a look at the box. Really cool. We have a couple of exclusive figures. 17-inch tall diorama, 5-piece multi-level diorama. We have some kind of real-life images of Hollow Earth mixed in here, some cool trees. Looks like we'll have a couple of vehicles, Hollow Earth, couple of logos down at the bottom. Look at the top, kind of a side angle at the packaging. The back is pretty interesting. You can pause to read that guy if you want. Battle damage reveal, typical stuff there from Playmates. Set includes 5-piece diorama, Godzilla and Kong, Heave. Guys, pause the video right now, snag this barcode, take it to your local Target stores, and see if the employees have the figure set in stock. I will also post the Target product number or DPCI down in the comments. From there, you can either give that to somebody or give it to them over the phone and they can check inventory. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and open this up and set this display up. We'll be back in a minute.
Oh my god!
Alrighty, guys, we are back, and seriously, that was probably 30 minutes of building. This thing was intense to build. Guys, check it out, though. Really kind of a fun set. So we kind of have a archway, couple of trees, the Heave, Godzilla in kind of the throne room with the Godzilla glow, and then we have the Kong figure, and then we have some waterfall. We have some Godzilla footprints down there, and a couple of levels here. Very cool. So this is kind of the floating rocks from the movie. Really a fun set, actually. Total pain in the butt to build. I would not want to be a young child doing that. And the instructions, guys, are no good at all. They really do not help you out too much. Basically, here's all the instructions are. Shows you all, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cardboard flat pieces that you get. With all these pieces you got to punch out, and then all you get is this picture to decipher what all to do. So totally intense. Took a while to get the build down, but we have it now, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at the diorama first really quick. Setting the figures aside, setting Godzilla over here, Kong and the Heave for a little bit later. So again, guys, we have the throne room, one level here, and then kind of the standing level. We'll test Kong out on the chair. Really cool look at the Godzilla kind of lineup that Kong is able to insert his axe into to charge it from in the Hollow Earth. Really a fun piece there. Just a little tree. They call it a 5-piece set, and it's kind of funny that these tiny little trees actually count just as much as these giant pieces. So a fun little archway here. And then again, we got a 3-tiered Godzilla footprint there. Kind of a waterfall moving up into the mountains that Kong was kind of bounding over, the upside down stuff. And then those floating rocks. And we'll test Kong and Godzilla out on all 3 of these levels, guys. And there's the archway again. We will kind of take a quick peek at the figures, guys. Gonna be just straight up repaints of the Battle City figures, which were also just repaints of kind of the standard issue Kong with Battle Axe and Godzilla with the heat ray. I do think these are fun repaints, though. While Kong especially has a ton of the orange that he had in the battle set, he does have a really fun blue under his chest, on the legs there, on the backs of the arms. The axe is pretty much exactly the same. A little bit of the blue beard. That's kind of fun. But a close repaint to the Hong Kong City Battle Kong, which we will take a look at right here. So here he is. So he definitely some differences. Some whites kind of in there. And then more oranges in the body. No blue beard. And the different mouth. They did give him a different mouth. So that's actually, they swapped heads. We've seen both these Kong heads before. So that's actually kind of nice that we got different heads. Kind of the closed mouth, open mouth. Kind of taking a look at the size of the figures. So definitely different Kongs, but it is a repaint of a figure we have seen before. So there's kind of our side-by-side of the Kongs. Taking a closer look at the Godzilla. I actually think the Godzilla is really cool. I love kind of this color under his tail. Really an intense, nice greens in there on the leg. And again, these figures, the bodies we've seen totally before. There's Godzilla, there's this heat ray. Some more cool greens kind of making his way up the face and arms. So definitely kind of fun. I'm a pretty big fan of it, actually. And taking a look at this Godzilla compared to the City Battle playset Godzilla. Obviously, these kind of have the fun translucent spines. No translucent spines on the new figure. And then kind of where some of those oranges were on the legs. Don't have any of the orange. We kind of have the green on the greenish on the side. Taking a look at these two figures. And then the atomic breaths are going to be kind of slightly different tinges as well. Guys, testing these figures out on the battle set. They do work pretty well. I know the big one I was excited to test was going to be Kong sitting down in the throne room. Well, his butt's not really in the chair. I might have to kind of go full legs out. Well, that doesn't work. He broke his knees, though. So he can't technically sit on the chair because the chair's too low. But he can kind of be in a sitting position and lean up against that back wall. So it does actually kind of work. You can get Kong sitting in the throne room. Looks pretty cool. Obviously, Kong dwelling in the Hollow Earth feels a little bit more at home. Godzilla never really actually enters the Hollow Earth in the film. But it does work. He can, let's test out the upper area. So it can hold the weight of Godzilla on that top area. That's good to know. And then taking a look at the second piece, the really big piece, gonna scoot this tree right out of the way. We'll get Godzilla hanging down with his footprints. That's kind of fun. Testing the weight of the second tier here. And the way these were built, the way they make you build these, you could tell they're pretty sturdy. So there's Kong standing up there on the second tier. Not bad at all. Godzilla's a little big to stand in many of these places. Let's test him out on the top tier. Ooh, that is not going to hold Godzilla at all. Jeez. So top tier. Oh no! I mean, see how these were built? Like, it's got a little corner piece, like totally. So top tier. I thought I built it pretty sturdily. Okay. Well, I'll fix the top tier later. That's going to get set aside for now. So guys, again, same kind of deal I said with the first Hollow Earth, or the first battle set we got from Playmates. It's kind of fun, but the build is a total pain in the butt. And I just don't necessarily feel like it's all that worth it, you know? It's a fun kind of concept, but, you know, what's the point? It takes up a lot of space. The build is a total pain in the butt. Just sizing these Playmates for you. These are the Bandais from the DVD box set. So I'm torn, and I genuinely don't have room to display a giant playset like this. Definitely not. So, don't know what I'll do with it. These are the SH Monster Arts, Godzilla and Kong. Kongs don't remember how to stand. The SH Monster Arts sure as heck does not remember how to stand. Come on, guy. Okay, screw you, Kong. This is why nobody likes you. There's the sizing. SH Monster Arts Kong. Stay. And then the last one I wanted to show, we got our Hiya toys kind of to compare the sizes. Just wanting to show you the size of these Playmates figures compared to a handful of other figures. Do not want to know what happened if I tried to stand the Hiya Toys Godzilla on any of these. These Hiya Toys are very heavy, and these Playmates things are pretty flimsy. So guys, again, not a ton else to say about this playset. It's a fun idea. The build is a total pain in the butt. The top level up there does not necessarily hold a figure all that well. Everything else holds up pretty decent. It'd be a fun set to kind of set up, but I'm kind of torn because you set it up for the kids. It can't really take too much playing on it. It's definitely gonna, you would have to be very gentle. And then again, it's not quite sexy enough to warrant taking up this much shelf space to pose the figures with. Maybe you could. If I had a ton of space, I might consider it. But kind of torn. Don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'll tuck the figures on the shelf, but the play set will ultimately probably end up getting set in a back room somewhere. I just don't really have the space to warrant this whole display. It's not quite beautiful enough for me to really want to display the entire set. Although now that I'm looking at it a little more, it is kind of fun. It's growing on me a little bit, but I just don't have the room. So again, if I had a huge collection, I'd set it up somewhere. But I don't, so the whole set's going to probably have to sit somewhere until I win the lottery and can get a giant Godzilla house. But so there it is, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Again, guys, DPCI target product number in the description below. Also, you can use that barcode from earlier in the video. So let me know your thoughts on this set in the comment section below. Do you have it yet? Are you going to track it down, or are you going to pass on it? Comes in about $25. So, not a terrible price considering the figures. You know, you get Playmates figures for about 12 bucks. So two Playmates figures would be about $20 something. So the playset itself is, you know, the diorama could almost be considered close to free, and you get the sick heave. So let me know your thoughts again, guys. I'm still a little bit torn, but there it is. I kind of wish I had a place to set it up, but I just don't have the space to warrant it. It's not quite beautiful enough. I'm not gonna be displaying the whole setup, but I'll keep the figures on the shelf. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more, and we'll see you in the next one.